What's up guys? Today we're gonna do 5 tips for traveling with kids.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be sharing 5 different tips for traveling with kids. But first, let's go to breakfast. So we are just at this store called Bali Buddha, and I'm excited because I can get just plain celery soup made. So they are currently doing that right now, and we are just having a look around in the store while we wait.
So,
It's like orange. There you go. Okay, so I just got my celery juice. This is my first one since we've been in Bali. Hey puppy!
yeah, puppy. First, some celery juice for Jules, and then some breakfast for us. But Indy got some unicorn pancakes. So, I think there's a lot of pros and cons to traveling with kids. Pro is people are pumped to see you, especially in third world countries and stuff where maybe they don't see a little redhead, fair-skinned girl that often. They're so pumped to see Lenny and Indy. You just want to hold them and play with them. They're not going to give you bad directions if you're with kids. They're gonna, do everything to help you, and honestly, probably not rip you off and cheat you as much if you have kids. Some of the cons of kids being kids. Oh,
that's so nice.
Literally perfect example of what I'm talking about is we just went to breakfast and Indy ordered some pancakes and they brought out some extra ice cream for Lenny. Really funny. Exact example of what I'm talking about while I'm talking about it. So, I just realized that, wait for it. I just realized that I forgot to talk more about the cons. But, here's a great example of some of the cons.
Oh my. I swear to you, child. Alright.
See, kids just being kids, And sometimes they're a pain to deal with, but we feel like we've learned a few hacks and tricks and tips that could help you out a little bit. Anyway, back to breakfast. So, we're gonna finish our breakfast and then head back to the house and get into it. Let's skip over there, huh? What's up guys, if you don't know us, my name's Lance, this is Julia. And then we have 2 small kids. We have a 3.5-year-old named Indy. And then Lenny is 1.5, also a girl. We're currently living in Bali for a couple months, but we're constantly traveling, so we figured we'd start documenting it. So if you want to check out the rest of our videos, please do. And subscribe, all the YouTube stuff. I don't know what that noise is. It's like, sounds like a shipwreck up there. I don't know what that noise is. So number 1 is this Costco wagon. It honestly is the best thing we've ever purchased, I think. We technically got it off of Amazon, but they fold up. And so literally what we did was we brought it to the airport, put our carry-on stuff in there, put our kids in there. When they were asleep, we literally just laid them both on the wagon and pulled them that way and carried backpacks. It was the greatest. And then you get to the gate, you fold it up, and they check it just like a stroller or whatever else.
I will add though that you have to make sure that you know where it is and where it is going, because it might get lost.
We might have lost ours. So as of right now, we don't have ours.
We don't even know where it is, so we need to find it.
Alright, 2 is snacks. So for us, what we ended up doing was baking a couple of baked potatoes and carried those on. Bringing them through the checked luggage section, because we carried on, they were very confused by like a tinfoil potato. So maybe take them out of the tinfoil and put them in saran wrap or something, just to make them a little less confused. But on the plane, delicious. Like one of my favorite things we've done.
Because you can just ask them for salt and pepper. They have salt and pepper on the flight usually. So we just seasoned it with that, and then we just ate it cold.
But we're also weird. So
They're great.
Other snacks are...
Basically, that's the only thing that we did for us. What I did for the girls was I brought pretzels and fruit snacks. I brought suckers just to like keep them happy if they were freaking out for some reason. I also brought granola bars. I brought ones for us and ones for the girls. And then the other thing that I saw on Instagram was you get a baggie and you make like those bow tie noodles. And then you stick them in a baggie and you, well, what I did was I just put some soy sauce in there with them. Oh, I actually made those noodles for the girls, but Lance and I ended up eating them all.
They were delicious.
I think Lennon had like 1 or 2 pieces, and then Indy wouldn't even touch them. But it was a great snack for us, I will say.
So step number 3 is a change of socks and underwear. So halfway through our trip, we had a layover. So we switched out the kids. We switched their underwear and diaper. We switched our socks and underwear. And it's just like a nice, refreshing, we like wiped our feet off with wipes, wiped our armpits with wipes, like nice, refreshing reset of some kind, like halfway through the trip. Because it just, especially for us, to get here was like 40 hours. So 20 hours in, you should probably change your underwear and socks every 24 hours anyway. But for us, especially being a long flight, totally made it better. Number 4 is we brought extra blankets and then used their little pillows and stuff, and it ended up setting up beds for the girls, one on the seat and then one on the floor. So we just laid a blanket on the floor, put them on there, put a little blanket on top of them, and it was money.
I will add that I was really stressed out about getting the like bulkhead seats that have the bassinets, which we did not end up getting. There was like 5 other babies on the flight, so they got it. But it ended up working out really well. They gave us an extra seat, which I think that they tend to do anyway. They did that on our trip to Vietnam as well. But they gave us an extra seat, so we were able to take 2 seats in the middle between me and Lance and lay Indy down to sleep. And then on the ground, we laid a blanket and put Lennon to sleep, like underneath the seat in front of us. So it worked out really well. The girls were able to sleep a lot, and for, I don't know, probably like at least half the flight.
Yeah.
Because it was all, the first half of the flight was all night. So yeah, it was great.
So, and it worked out great too because they slept for a long time. So it wasn't just like a few short naps because they were uncomfortable. They were comfortable, slept forever.
Yeah, and I also didn't have to hold Lennon the whole time, which is what I was worried about, because then I wouldn't be able to sleep as well. So yeah, she was on the ground sleeping, and it worked out really well.
All right, number 5 is the different kinds of kids' toys and things to entertain the kids.
So basically what I did is I tried to be sort of creative, and some of the stuff I didn't even end up using, but it's better to have stuff than not have stuff. So one of the things I brought were called wiki sticks. They're kind of like this waxy material, and you can kind of like bend and shape and connect them with other pieces, and just it's fun for the kids to play with. So that's one thing. The other thing I brought that I saw somewhere, post-it notes. So I got the little tiny post-it notes that were colorful, and so the kids can stick them all over the place and color on them if they wanted to. Of course, we brought a coloring book, and we had washable markers, which is very important because they will color on stuff. So the other thing I brought for Indy was, because this was right after Christmas, I bought Christmas presents for her that I knew would be little that she could bring with her. And so those were, they're called a Playmobil set. It's these teeny tiny little people and little animals and stuff, and that was something that was really small, light, and easy to pack. So I just took a Ziploc bag and I put all the little pieces in there, and I think they also had like little Barbies and things. And then the last thing that they had that is important to bring is headphones. So Indy had already had some from Vietnam. I ordered the Lennon pair. So they each had a little set of headphones, because on the flight they will give you earbuds. But of course kids can't use those. So you definitely need to bring your own for the kids that they can use. And we're not that stressed out about Indy or Lennon watching a bunch of movies and shows the whole time, because it keeps them happy and, you know, keeps everybody around us happy. But yeah, so that worked out really well. Lennon watched some stuff and then didn't, and she kind of just did her thing. But
Yeah, it worked out pretty well. Those little, plus the headphones are freaking cute.
Yeah.
So those are the 5 things. If you stayed to the end, we got a couple bonus ones because you're great and you stayed to the end, right? Isn't that how it works, the internet? So, bonus number 1. So this is tip number 6, is we just had our kids traveling in pajamas. They're super comfortable. They feel like they can just fall asleep, not worry about it. We even put, Indy wears a diaper at night, so she even wore a diaper for a good chunk of the flight, just to stay comfortable, just so that they can fall asleep super easy. And then the last tip, number 7, bonus, is make sure that you download movies and games and things like that onto your phone for your kids. There are some connecting flights, there are some different things that don't have TVs. Maybe their TV is broken at their seat. There's just a lot of stuff that could happen. For us, our kids travel really well because they like watching shows, and so they just chill, and we're just not worried about it on flights. So for us, we made sure to do that. We also have those little battery packs that can recharge your phone. We made sure to have those all charged as well, so that we could be entertained. Honestly, we watched a bunch of shows as well, so download some movies and stuff for you so that you also don't lose your mind.
Yeah, like with Lennon, because she was on my seat with me, we did like infant on lap ticket or whatever. And so I knew that she would probably be watching the TV, thus I would have to have something to entertain myself, or vice versa. So I made sure that I had stuff downloaded on my phone for her, and then I had like a whole season of The Office downloaded on my phone for me. And that's what ended up happening, was she ended up watching the show on the TV on the airplane most of the time, and I had my phone that I used. So that was important, because if we hadn't done that, then it would have been really boring for me.
Yeah, because adults need to be entertained too. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. This is a little bit different than our usual content. We kind of vlog about our lives and kind of include some tips and tricks within that. So if you liked it, subscribe, and yeah, you guys are great. We'll see you soon.